up, y'all? It is 6:13 and we're going to go see sunrise. Let's go. This is my face. Elsie's driving there. She almost crashed a couple times yesterday. She went the wrong way on a one-way. Weird. Guys, we're in the car. Alright, what up, y'all?
We made it!
And
nothing went wrong.
Yeah, no. There was like 10 cop cars that passed us throughout the whole time, but
we made it.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna get a ticket.
Say hi.
Is it a video?
Yeah, it is.
I'm not gonna.
You're gonna say hi. Morning, Ethan.
Best awesome donut. So good.
Muriel was an angel and brought us food because we were dying, but the boys are here and they're doing what they're doing. They're so weird. Look at that. That's them. That is our boys. So lovely. On the move. Going to a bridge.
And then here's what is that?
Aiden's a baby. He's not gonna do it. I knew it was gonna make him do it.
Freaking weekend. I did not expect my first weekend driving to be so eventful. I wasn't planning that. It kind of just happened that way. But it was so much fun. That was my whole weekend in 4 minutes. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the little montage. It was such a fun weekend, but it was also stressful because I had never driven to any of those locations. I'd never driven to the beach before. Back from the beach in peak traffic. The way there, I drove during sunrise. So like that was no big deal. Like there was probably 20 cars on the road. Way back, bumper to bumper, switching lanes, hour drive home. I was stuck on the island for like 20 minutes. It was stressful, but I did it, and now I know I can do it. Now I'm like more comfortable, it's more settling, and I can definitely go to the beach. Like I was super scared about that. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. But I drove to the beach for the first time. I drove 30 minutes into the middle of nowhere to go see flowers. I did just so much my first weekend driving. So let's summarize it because you guys saw the clips, but let's just give some background on all the little things that went wrong. So let's start off with Friday. When I went to the beach on Friday, Maddie's mom took us, so I didn't have to actually drive that day. When we were heading to the beach, there was already a sunset. It was so weird. Like the sunset was going on for a whole hour. We got to the beach at like 7 and the sun didn't actually set until 7:50. It was so cool. I had so many different stages. When we got there, it was soft. And then I took my Instagram pictures when it was just like, I thought that was all I was gonna do. Like it was just yellow, like the typical sunset. And then all of a sudden it came out of nowhere. We were taking pictures in this little like street and we go back out, pink everywhere, orange streaks, the whole sky all around, wrapped around the entire sky was full of pink and orange clouds. It was insane. That was probably the best sunset we have seen in months. Like nothing has compared in so long. So that was so much fun. But the night did not end there because I drove to Maddie's house and then her parents drove us to the beach. But I had to drive back home and she was gonna come sleep over at my house and she wanted to get Chick-fil-A. It was like 9:30, Chick-fil-A closes at 10. So like the streets were empty. I don't know why the whole weekend the streets had just been empty. I think it's just like they knew I was getting out onto the road for the first time and they just stayed home. I swear, it was empty. Like, I have a main street on this side and on this side. So if I want to go anywhere, I have to take a main street. Empty. Empty. It was so crazy. So I stopped at Chick-fil-A for Maddie and everything's going well. We went through the drive-thru. Perfect. But we're heading out of the drive-thru and I'm like, I see the sign that says one way. And I don't know what didn't process, like, oh, one way. Like, I don't know which way they're talking about, but let me just turn this way. The one way was left. You can only turn left. I turned right. So that means if somebody was coming up this street, I was turning right face onto them. But thankfully, Chick-fil-A closed in like 20 minutes and the whole plaza was empty, dark, pitch, and like nobody was there. Thankfully, because I turned right, like, oh yeah, that's obviously the one way that they're talking about. No, because I forgot that you had to keep going in the Chick-fil-A and then the next exit was the one that you can actually turn right on. The one that I was turning right on, you can only turn left onto the main road. So that didn't process. I turned right and Maddie's like, Allison, this is a one way. And I'm like, I freak out because obviously I freak out, but thankfully there was nobody coming. I went so fast and turned into the lane that I was actually supposed to be going in and I was literally shaking in my boots for like 10 minutes. The whole way home I was like, no way I just did that. Like, that did not just happen. But now I know. It was like a learning lesson. That's how I'm gonna take it. Like, I feel like everybody goes the wrong way at least once. Like, my mom did it and then like I was telling other people and they had done it. So like I feel okay about it. So I feel like it was just meant to happen then because now I know I can't take a right. And at least there was nobody there, you know? It all worked out. And that same night, like not even 5 minutes later, I was pulling up to my neighborhood and the street that my like neighborhood entrance is on, you can only go 25 because it's under construction. Why was the kid behind me riding my butt? I couldn't even see his headlights anymore because that's how close he was to me. Like my mirrors couldn't even see them. I'm like, Maddie, bro, he's on my butt. And I had to turn, like I had to slow down to turn into my neighborhood. So I put on my blinkers. He gets out in front of me and zooms like probably like 100 miles an hour right past me, and he was pissed off I was going 25. Like, that's the speed limit and I have to turn. Like, I'm not gonna continue going. I never go more than like 35 on that road because people get pulled over and everybody gets mad like behind me and they start riding my butt. I'm like, I'm not gonna get a ticket. If you want to get a ticket, get in front of me. But you can't technically get in front of me because it's like double yellow line, but still. That was so scary. And I literally couldn't even see his headlights. That's how close he was to me. But I got home safely that night and I told my mom about it and she was like, oh my gosh. But then like she said that she did it too, so that made me feel better. And all those little events were just so like comforting on my first day driving alone. So that was Friday. And then Saturday, early morning wake up call, 5:50 in the morning. We woke up, got ready, and headed out. And it was a pretty smooth ride because it was 6 in the morning. Like, the only people out were people that were going to work. Like, there was not that many people on the road. But I did have to switch lanes twice because there was a bus right in front of me and I was like, oh my gosh. So I had to switch lanes and get in the middle lane, and then I had to switch lanes to merge, and it was all good. I have gotten a lot more comfortable switching lanes, and like I only go if I'm like 100% sure that the person behind me is not too close. Uriel went off on me yesterday because I always stay in the lane in which I'm gonna have to turn. Like, even if I'm 5 miles from where I have to turn, I'm gonna stay in the lane to which I'm gonna turn at. I'm not gonna get in the middle lane just so somebody can go faster than me, because apparently the left lane is like the fast lane and I go like 5 under the speed limit at all times. I don't like going fast and they all make fun of me. Like, Uriel and all his guy friends make fun of me because I never go over the speed limit. So I'm literally in the left lane, which is supposed to be like the fast lane apparently, and I'm going 50 in a 50. And everybody's like riding my butt. But I'm not going to get out of that lane because I have to turn 2 stops in front. Like, I'm not going to switch just so for you to get in front of me. So, yeah. I will not be changing for nobody because I don't like going fast, okay? But anyways, Saturday, got to the beach, saw the sunrise, went and got acai, went back, parked somewhere, and there was... I don't want to be inside the car. No, bro, don't come inside. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to hide. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to hide. He ran when he saw me. Literally jogged out of there. Thanks though, because that was uncomfy. All was good on Saturday up until around like 3 o'clock because I started getting so tired. Like, we were literally at the beach from 6 a.m. and we didn't leave at all. We just stayed there the entire time. The boys came around like 1, and then we went to the bridge, all this and all that, and I was just so tired. Like, I was drained from the sun. Like, I literally got so red that day from how much sun there was. The UV was like 10 all day. So I was dead tired, and I was dreading driving home. Like, the thought of having to drive home was like, oh my gosh, there's no way I'm about to drive home. Like, I love getting drove. Like, I don't want to drive. But I had to, and I knew it wasn't going to be a short drive. It was literally an hour. I put my address in the GPS, and it was like, an hour. And then, like, it showed all the red, and I was like, lovely. So I did so, and Uriel drove right in front of me the whole way home. Thank God for him, because I was not paying attention to the GPS. I was on the phone with my mom for 45 minutes because I was so tired, and I knew that if I didn't talk to somebody, I was going to either get distracted and hit someone or fall asleep. So, like, not good things to be doing while you're driving. So I called my mom for literally 45 minutes and talked to her and my dad the whole way home, followed Uriel, and all was well. So now I know how to get home from the beach, and it's super easy. It's not like a really difficult drive. It's just there's a lot of traffic sometimes, so like that's the only issue. But now I know I can drive home from the beach, and that makes me so happy because I love going to the beach, and I'm probably going this weekend. And now I know that I can do it. That was a very needed learning lesson because I was just scared I wasn't gonna be able to drive to the beach. Like, I thought it was gonna make me more like anxious, but it really wasn't that bad. And then on Sunday I woke up early, edited, and got my video ready to post, and then I went to the flower fields with Riley, Lauren, and Maddie, and it was so hot. It was 11 in the morning. I swear to God, the UV was probably 12. I was burning just for being out there. It was so hot. I was literally sweating, like dripping. It was so bad. So that was very short-lived because I couldn't stand the heat. I was in overalls. I was dying, and I didn't eat breakfast because I was like, oh, I'm just gonna get also eat afterwards. So I didn't eat breakfast, and that was a mistake because I felt like I was melting away. It was very cute, like everything around me, but I was not feeling cute. I was melting. My makeup was melting off. Like, I just felt really bad, but all was good because we got some acai, and then I dropped them off at Maddie's and came home, and that was my weekend out driving. I think that was a very good weekend. I experienced a lot, I learned a lot, and I feel a lot more comfortable behind the wheel now. I'm a very physical learner, so I learn by doing things. Like, you can tell me, oh, you have to do this when you're driving, but I'm not gonna know how to do it until I get behind the wheel and actually do it. So now I feel so much more comfortable with my driving, and I feel like my parents trust me, I feel like. And Uriel was like, oh, I'm surprised, you're actually like a good driver. What do you mean you're surprised? I don't know why he thought so bad of me, but I just proved him wrong. I'm so happy to be able to drive now. It's just so many more opportunities. It's a lot more helpful for my mom because she doesn't have to pick me up from school, and I took Emily to tryouts and to practice yesterday so that she could go to the gym. So it's like everybody's benefiting here, but my mom did come up and hug me after school today and was like, I miss our after school talks. And I'm like, me too. Like, I literally call her on my way out of school, like pretending like we're still in the car together. So it's definitely a change, but change is good, and this is how we mature. I feel so old now, and it feels so weird to be like parking at school, and like I walk out of school and like there's just a line of us, and we're all just growing up, and we're all getting into our cars and pulling away. It's just like, it hits you sometimes like, dang, like we're old now. Like, we're 16, which isn't that old, but like we're like young adults, like we're getting there. I'm really excited for this new chapter in my life. I will be posting a drive with me next, so stay tuned for that. I did already film that, and I will tell you that some things went wrong, so just stay tuned for that. That'll be up on Sunday. But I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love you guys.